Alright y'all, welcome to another run here on ATS. We are in Texas still, so where we're at now is we are outside of Houston. We're doing a nice little run down to Corpus Christi, so nice little run, pretty well straight shot, not a bunch of windy bastards or nothing like that to deal with. So yeah, should be a pretty straightforward run here. We've got oil pipes tipping the scales at 43,050 pounds, and that's a pretty heavy load for, you know, what it is, but you know, being heavy steel pipes, it's to be expected, I guess. They're for oil drilling, it looks like, for actual drilling, not you know, transportation of it, because you'll see the connectors there on the end to where they'll be when they screw into one another when they drill for oil. So they're not just, you know, normal for carrying oil or nothing like that. They have a bigger purpose than that. So but we should have plenty of time before we gotta take a nap and all that kind of stuff. So let's get rolling here. Shut off our parking brake and let's pull out. Actually, let's go down to that one. It's going to be easier to come out this side. Okay. Whoa. Alright, bear with me for 1 second. I got to go get something to drink. Alright, sorry about that. We are back. I had to go get something to drink, and my son decided to crawl underneath my computer chair. So can't really see around that damn sign in those trees. You know what? We're gonna go for it. Well, I hope you guys are all doing super fantastic. I am not doing too bad myself right now, so hopefully you guys are had a good New Year's Day. And so yeah. It's still green for us. Whoa. Sorry, dude. I just about took you out. That was 100% my bad. It's a yield, dude. You can go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go. Probably should have waited, but they'll get over it. As I do another asshole move. Usually it is the AI cars being dickheads, and today it is me getting my revenge. I'll tell you else who got revenge today. That would be GrainBin. Now, they were mathematically still in it, and didn't, as well as me, being an avid Packer fan, been a Packer fan my entire life. Always have been, always will be. Now, that being said, I had my serious doubts. I thought there was no fucking way. There's absolutely no way that they're going to be able to pull this off. They're not going to have the chance. You might as well just say the hell with it and, start Rodgers for, the first quarter or whatever, so he keeps his, consecutive game streak going. But just go ahead and let Love take over, and the season's pretty well done with. And so, front office in GrainBin kind of had a similar thought. And Aaron Rodgers is like, no, I still want to play. I mean, we still got a chance to do this. And I'm pretty glad that they did, in all honesty, because there was a number of things that needed to happen in order for them to have a chance. And I'll be honest, I didn't think it was gonna, remotely come true, if I'm being completely honest. And so, it is what it is, but I figured, season's pretty well over with. It's whatever. But no, they need to win out yet. They need to win next week's game. If they win next week's game, they are in the playoffs. So, because they either needed the Giants to lose 2 games, or they needed Washington to lose 1. Well, Washington lost today to the Browns, so they are definitely, it's on them. It's their, how they put it on NFL, CBS today. I think it was in charge of their own destiny or whatever, which is pretty accurate. That's kind of what they need to do. And and so it really is up to them. I gotta double check. I do believe the game against the Lions is, excuse me, I believe it is at home, but I'll have to double check, because if it's at home, that's even better for us. It'd be real nice to have that advantage going for us, before this do or die situation here. So it's definitely a good possibility of making a run for a championship this year. I mean, that really kind of depends. Again, if they win this week, this coming week, they have to win this game. If they don't win this game, they're screwed. And so now I don't know, because Seattle is 8-8. Now it would be better if Seattle would just go ahead and lose anyways, but I don't know that it makes a whole lot of difference. And so, but if they win next week, they're in. And basically, Detroit and GrainBin are fighting for the last spot for the NFC in the playoffs. So whoever wins this game basically is going to be going to the playoffs. So I'm really hoping that Green Bay can win this. I thought there was no way in hell that they were going to beat Minnesota today. I really didn't think so. But not only did they beat them, holy fuck, did they put a whooping on them. I mean, they beat them by 30 points. I mean, that's a hell of a whooping right there. And then I didn't think that was going to happen. I mean, it wasn't a do-or-die situation for Minnesota, so I think that's part of our... I think that's partly what helped. I don't know if Minnesota got comfortable with what the deal was, but it wasn't a do-or-die situation for them. Minnesota's in the playoffs regardless. But now it's up to a couple different scenarios to see as far as seed spots for Minnesota. So that's kind of where that's at. But it's who knows what's going to happen with it. Like I said, if Green Bay can win next week, they're in, and hopefully they can make a run at a championship, but we will see what happens. So like I said, who knows? If it's at Green Bay, that's going to be a benefit for us. I don't know. This Minnesota or this Detroit team's actually been playing halfway decent. So as well as Minnesota's been playing pretty decent too. I mean, they've had either 11 wins. They have had, I think, is it 11 wins? Yeah. They've had 10 comeback wins. So I wouldn't have been too surprised today if Minnesota would have came back, but they never did. And it gets to the fourth quarter and they're, how far ahead, real good, distance ahead, and that last interception just kind of sealed the deal. That's kind of like Wayne Larrabee says, "There is your dagger." So I don't do it nearly as good as he does, but that's kind of the way it was. I knew at that point that with, I think it was like 8 minutes left, I was like, nah, I think we're pretty well good to go here. And then what was funny is my wife's family's always been Minnesota fans, and so this is just nice. If they lose next week, I'm going to be pretty disappointed, but at least they beat Minnesota today. And my wife was talking all kinds of shit, saying Rodgers looked old and busted and wore out and all this other shit. And so the very next play, he runs her in for 6 points. So I looked at my wife and I go, yeah, how'd that work out for you? Is he looking so old and dusty nowadays? Here, right now? And speaking of shooting daggers out the eyes, I thought there was no way now. With the way Minnesota's been playing ball, I figured, I didn't think Green Bay really had a chance in hell even being at home. But things have been clicking and rolling here the last 4 weeks. They've won four in a row. And now I wish this energy and this, rumble would have started, I don't know, back in the season, early in the season. Being 4-8 is never a good situation to be in. It's not. I don't care how it turns out. Whatever the situation is. But when at some point in the season you're 4-8, that's not good. You know what I mean? It's just, whoa. It's one of those things where, yeah, it's not looking too good at that point. Yep, there goes another one of them John Deere loads. But, yeah, who knows? I mean, when it's a similar situation as to when they were, I think it was 2010 was their last Super Bowl. Yeah, I think it was 2010 season. It's a similar situation to that season. And so that's given Green Bay fans a lot of faith because they were in this situation before and they won a Super Bowl. Now, I don't remember if Green Bay had won the NFC title that year. I don't remember if they did or didn't. I want to say they didn't, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah, they had a wild card berth and they went all the way through and was able to win the Super Bowl. So who knows? It could happen again. But in order for that to happen, you've got some pretty tough teams to try to overcome. And irregardless, I believe Philadelphia would be one of those teams that is going to be really, really tough to beat. And that's not just for Green Bay. I believe that's any team in the NFC. And I don't think it's going to matter at this point. I'm pretty sure it's the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through Philly. And, man, Philly's been on one hell of a roll this year. And they've only lost 3 games. And so that's 2 of them that they lost was with their backup quarterbacks. So, I mean, I think that's saying something. I think that their quarterback, Hurts, is pretty good. Hopefully he can come back and, help them, in the playoffs this year. But I guess that's yet to be seen. But we'll see. But, I mean, who knows? The NFL playoffs right now, it's pretty well a jumbled mess, and it's pretty much a gamble no matter what. I mean, it's all sorts of messed up and turned on its head and things like that, so. We will see. No, I after the game there, I saw a meme that was, pretty accurate to what is going on, and it's GIF, whatever the hell you call it. But it's Randy Orton looking in the casket at at Undertaker, and it says NFC teams on Randy Orton, and then it's got a big Packers logo on Undertaker. He's looking in there and he sticks his head in there, and of course Undertaker, Green Bay, grabs him by the fucking throat and climbs out of the casket and got this crazy wild look on his face. And we ain't fucking dead yet. Not yet. who's the? I mean, who knows what's gonna happen? I mean, it's like I said, it's anyone's guess. The playoffs have been more interesting. The playoff picture and the chances and all that kind of stuff and how it developed has been crazier this year than I think about any year. Although last year was pretty well mixed up as well, but it's teams that you would think that don't have a snowball's chance in hell. You know, they seem to be pulling one out of their ass, and so hopefully Green Bay can continue that and get somewhere. So, but you know, we pretty much with Washington losing today, that definitely gave us some breathing room and some motivation for sure. Basically, it was like Green Bay saying, "We ain't dead yet, bitch." So, but like I said, it's anyone's guess at this point. You know, it's. But one thing that I think is cool is some of these teams that you really haven't seen play that great since, you know, the 90s, the 2000s. I mean, shit, even a couple of the teams, it's been since the 80s, you know, since they've been respectable and are starting to kind of get somewhere. And it's kind of nice to see and things of that nature. So that's, although who knows with the Bills, yeah, the Bills they did all right last year. You know, they did pretty decent. And I was pretty pleasantly surprised. And I was actually hoping they'd honestly go to the Super Bowl last year. If I'm being honest. I really was hoping it was going to be the Packers and the Bills. But once again, you know, Green Bay fucks off like they usually do. And but who knows? Maybe the Bills will lose another 4 Super Bowls in a fucking row. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's anyone's guess. Okay, which one? Oh, you fuckers! You got sneaky with it. They got 3 gates and the guillotine bars over there, whatever the hell you want to call them. Checked in and see where they want this unit. Yes, where do you want it? Oh, well, that ain't so bad. Where am I going with this? Yeah, we're not. I don't want to hit that damn fence. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Shut this off. See where we're at. Huh? Not too bad. I can definitely over that. So, but anyways, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the run here, and so we'll catch you in the next episode then.